So folks, use case for Action Bone Constraint here in Blender. Basically you see I have this automation for these jaws, for these arcades actually. I already have one for this, one Action Bone Constraint for one of each side of this. Just for the side I need for the top arcade now, so I'm gonna make it from scratch. I've made an action, we'll use the same. Note that I can still pose these bones despite the action. So we're gonna go on the have the timeline here, and then I have a dope sheet editor which is the on the action editor. So I'm gonna look for the action that I was doing, and I've protected it, fake user. So this is auto arcades, auto for automation. So I've made just a 30 here 0 to 30 frames, so this is very straightforward. So here it could be more complex, but this is enough. So this is as already complicated as it is. So basically, because this is the bone, right, I'm not saving any keyframes now, so I want these to be automated just like that. So here I don't remember the value that I've put, unfortunately. So I should have done this simultaneously. Maybe it doesn't matter, but anyways, now I'm going to use the Control X. I'm use the mirror, auto mirror things, because it will be simpler. Gonna enable auto keying option, and now must be very careful not to be manipulating other bones, because this is not for keyframing, right? I just want this one to be keyframed, those ones, right? So here we're just gonna play with those positioning. I want to avoid clipping here and other unnecessary events. So, and also from the top view, you see I need to address all sorts of rotations. And also I forgot, folks, I need to go back in the beginning and keyframe these two. So we're gonna reset this from the beginning. Apparently this is the right side, so it wasn't. I'm missing something. I think I need to create keyframes from them first. Okay, never mind. Let's reset all this because I made some mistakes. Sorry, folks. So first, create the keyframes, right, for all of these. Okay, all four reset. Then from here, okay, we see that left and right they were okay. We are doing this, and let's also make for this one. So here is just about the rotations. So if I do something here, they will create left and right because of the symmetrizer. Okay, now I need to fix those things. Oh, I think I've messed up these ones. We'll check that later. Yeah, so Action Bone Constraint is very powerful, but it's very difficult. In my opinion, it's super awkward. So there is a RBF nodes add-on that is free. I think at least there is one free version that is very powerful, that drives everything automatically. So it's much more interesting than action bone constraints, but there is a handicap, at least on my computer. It seems to struggle or lags a lot when it comes to certain subdivision surface modifier. And on my computer, which is not super advanced, it just created a very bad condition for 3D animation. So I found out that the culprit was, it's always the subdivision surface modifier lagging, even wiggle to add-on and other stuff. So I'm not gonna pause this because I'm just trying to fix this. The other stuff is in the way. Maybe I should just hide it for now. No, not the arcade top, the arcade bottom. This, okay. Now I can try to get a better result here. So it's all about now the tilting, but it looks, then if we look here doing this can also help from the, we see some clipping there, right? So but this is still not the mesh of the character, so this is still safe. Here we see need to improve this rotation, maybe move this down, maybe tilt this. There are many, right? There's many ways to solve this. So we don't want any awkward, too much awkward. Yeah, this in the front, so I think I did something wrong here. And this curvature, yeah, the theory is that this needs to be, as it expands to the side, it needs to be, the curvature must change, right? So I need to do something like that. Overall, it seems that just there. Let's do. That part could clip. So I'm gonna just do something here, and that sounds good. All right. After this, folks, after all this long process, I'm going to, yeah, it is, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna leave this, yeah, turn this off, auto king, close this, and I can reset everything. Let's see. Okay, so we see that so this is the master bone that controls that. All right. Oh, there is some symmetry. Oh, of course, this is because of the bone constraint. Okay, so here is something that I just need to target the opposite, right? Okay, so these were the previous one that I've done, and now for these ones I just, so I didn't break the animation. It was just I hope I didn't. So here I just need to add, actually let's remake. So target here, shift control, so action bone constraint, shift control C, right? Let's bring this at the top, because this is another automation that I was trying to do with copy transforms, even a transformation bone constraint. So this will rotate as like mapping the Y or the X global X-axis, whatever, to the side. So that worked, but it was there are many caveats to this approach. This is more easy. It's much easier to control in some ways, but it's not a bad setup, but depending on what we need, this just takes too much time and it's too analytic. This is much more organic, let's say, intuitive, if we survive the complete how this step. So X location on world space. No, this is not what I want. In this case, I've discovered that this was the y-axis of this bone. So you see, so it's moving in local y-axis, or you could use, in this case, a pose space also works on x-axis, world or pose space. Pose space for the armature would be bad, but I want the y location on local space. And range, yeah, I don't need any other extrapolation, so just the basics here. And apparently we need also, because the animation had a range of 0 to 30 keyframes, so just need to put it here, start and end. Action, I need to name to target the action, so the same action can be used for both. And we see that we have a little problem with the stacking the stacking thing. Let's see if I didn't forget anything. No, they are essentially equivalent, so there's, and then I just get here and symmetrize this bone, and so that it will receive already the master with the right target there. So we can do this, and that is doing its job. As for the front here, I had another setup that I want to maybe not use Action Bone Constraint for this, because I can do something else, some sort of coordination between some jaw motion here with some ballistic or actually some how to say, some pivot point that is adequate for this character design, which is not trivial at all, so at least not for me. So here each jaw or arcade has its own pivot point, and it's a bit awkward. So anyways, we get this thing achieved. So I would like just to fix the other part, but that's for the highlight. That's it, folks. Action Bone Constraint on a specific case of melt rigging, arcades, teeth gums rigging.